What's up everyone, it's Ryan from Disney Pins Vlog and welcome to my entire Disney pin collection video. So usually at the end of every year I will do an entire Disney pin collection video, my personal collection, because it's constantly changing throughout the years. I'm buying, selling, trading. So I think the first one I did was 2015, then I did one in 16, 17, and this is the 2018 version. Basically everything that's happened throughout this year and how it currently is now. You'll see I have 7 pin boards here behind me, 3 on this wall over here, and then 4 back over there. And then I also have lots of like Acme pins and other collections stored away, which I'll bring out and show those as well. The pins that I'm featuring today are from my personal collection, so nothing from DPB store, that's separate inventory. I have featured some of those videos before where I buy like large pin collections. Some of those I keep for my personal, and then others I'll just sell in the store. I wanted to do this video a little bit earlier in December, but I was traveling a lot this month and then I ended up getting sick, so if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. But let's get right into it. I'm just going to scan down through all of my boards, kind of explain how they are laid out, and then I'll get into the other collections that I have stored away. So I do have somewhat of a theme going on here. I'll explain each theme board once I get into it. But we're going to start up here at the top with probably my favorite board, and then we'll work our way down, and then I'll get over here to this side. Okay, so first starting up here. This is mainly my Pirates of the Caribbean collection. That is one of my main pin collections, as well as the Tower of Terror. You'll also see a little bit of Jungle Cruise down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Since I have so many pins, I'm just kind of going to scan through them. If you guys have any questions about any of them, just kind of pause the video and let me know in the comments below if you want more details on that pin, and I will let you know in the comments section below. Okay, so starting up here, I have lots of dangle pins for pirates. These are some older ones here. A lot of these are from Disneyland Paris as well, so not all from Parks in America. I have a little bit of the movie sprinkled in as well, Pirates of the Caribbean, the movie. So not all of these are attraction pins. I do try to focus on mainly attraction pins. Like these ones here from Disney Studios Store Hollywood are of course from the movie. And then over here is my Marc Davis concept art collection. I've done a separate video on this before. It's my absolute favorite collection that I own. I love, love, love this set. These right here are some old WDI pins with the jewel elements on them. This right here is a really nice jumbo pin for At World's End. I like this one here. It has the little Visionary logo on it. I have some of the Piece of History pins, a little bubble in there, which contains a piece of the attraction. Lots of older ones here from Walt Disney World. Moving over here, you'll see this is a open edition pin set based on the Marc Davis concept art. So over there was the limited edition WDI version, and then this one here was a mystery collection that came out in the parks. Have a couple hidden Mickey pins there above. I really love this collection. I actually just finished it this year for 2018. In one of the collections that I bought, there were a couple in there. So that was a 4-pin set there. I love this redhead one. Look at the dangle element on this pin. It's so long. Here's one of those diorama pins with the 3D pop-outs. So it's like pin on pin on pin. Pretty cool. Kind of sticks out far there on my pin board. Here I have lots of other Piece of History pins. Jack Sparrow, the guy on the ship, the redhead, and the auction scene. This one right here is a super jumbo spinner pin. It doesn't spin the board because it actually hits some pins around it. But I got this one at a D23 event, the D23 Expos at the Mickey's of Glendale shop there. That celebrates Pirates of the Caribbean 50th anniversary, the Disneyland version, which is my favorite version of Pirates. Down here, these were also released at that event at D23. All of these pirate pins here. Love all of these, all WDIs. And I just added this one to my collection this year as well, one of the Press Penny WDI pins. This one right here I thought was pretty cool. It's the attraction art as the backer card, and the pin is actually the pirate. And then over here to the right is a miniature version of that, but this one is actually a full pin. Here's another one I got this year. Big jumbo pin there. It's one of my favorite scenes on the attraction. The skeleton pirate with the strobe lights and the wind. I love that. Here are some park pack pins for pirates. And then we get into my little Jungle Cruise collection. I was focusing on some of the Jingle Cruise pins, which you'll see up here. The holiday overlay. I have a few there. Threw that one in there from that Kingdom of Cute mystery collection. Love this stained glass WDI pin with the gold frame. Beautiful. This is the jumbo pin here as well that spins. That was released, I think, a year or two ago. And then down here is the 12 Days of Christmas WDI Jingle Cruise collection. That was released at the Destination D event at Walt Disney World. So that's a little scan through of my Pirates of the Caribbean board here, right next to the ceiling, the top board. Now let's work our way down here to this random one. This is totally a random board. This is the one that you guys mainly see when I do my pin videos. It is my backdrop. And honestly, this board changes so much. I actually just changed out a couple pins today. I'm constantly, you know, adding to it, taking pins away. Sometimes I'll sell some, I'll trade some. There's a couple collections on here that have stayed consistent. Up here are all of the years that I've started pin trading, starting from 2012 up until 18. All of the Disney resorts I've stayed at. A little bit of Finding Nemo collection here. My Three Caballeros collection down here. Got some Mickey Mouses, random characters. Rapunzel a little bit. My Baymax collection. Peter Pan down in here. Yeah, this is all Peter Pan down here. So, yeah, this board is very random. Lots of different characters and side collections. So starting up here in the top left corner, like I said, those are when I first started pin trading was in 2012. And then all of the hotels that I visited, or that I've stayed at Walt Disney World. Every time I stay at a different hotel, I'll get a pin for it. I do have some duplicates in here, like Boardwalk. I think I have a couple of Contemporary Resort down here. I just got these two new ones. I had that Contemporary one up there as well. A couple of the holiday ones here, like the Wilderness Lodge, when I stayed at these resorts during Christmas time. I love this Grand Floridian one. I stayed there earlier this year. That's just an open edition pin, but it is gorgeous. Moving over here to the right, I have a little bit of a Flash collection, which I think I featured this in one of my recent videos as well. Love Flash. I would like to expand this collection probably a little bit in 2019. I have some summer pins, because it's my favorite time of year. Casey's Corner, love the hot dogs there. And like I said, I do have lots of random pins in here, like that Mickey Mouse there. I'm getting into my little Baymax collection up here. This has grown a lot actually in 2018. I think last year I only had a couple Baymax pins, but they keep releasing new ones, and I really do like them a lot. Love this patriotic one here. That's amazing. This Mochi cat pin, I love him as well. The hairy baby. So yeah, I really do love my Baymax collection. Coming down here, you'll notice a little bit of a Frozen collection. A couple years ago, I did have a lot more Frozen pins, but I kind of sold off that collection. I just wasn't into it anymore. Still love the attraction, though, at Epcot, so I kept those, too. I was super happy to get this Peter Pan profile pin this year. That's my first and only WDI profile pin. This goes down into my Peter Pan collection. I love this pin here. Big Ben, the Jumbo. There's the puzzle set. This was from the pin trading night earlier this year. I think that was in February, that event. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. Moving over here to the left, you'll see lots of different Mickey Mouse pins. I did have a little bit of a Pixar collection down here. I love Mr. Pickle Pants. Toy Story, of course. Ratatouille is one of my favorite Pixar films. Got this Knick Knack pin. A couple of patriotic ones. I also have a little bit of a Fantasia collection in here you can see. My Rapunzel collection, I don't have too many. Stunning Silhouettes, I love. The WDI Sorcerer Hat pin, that was a Park Pack pin. And then, of course, February for my birthday. Leap year. Pisces. All right there. And moving over here, I wanted to start a little bit like an aquarium collection because I do love fish. So that's why I started doing this here for Finding Nemo. These came out earlier this year. I love this jumbo pin with Mr. Ray. And there are a few from that collection. I threw this flounder pin in here. That was from the Hot Art Trading series. That's an LE200. And then down here is my 3 Caballeros collection. You'll see some Cinco de Mayo, Flower and Garden, Viva Navidad. Love those two on there. Or this poster pin. This is a random one here. That's a Acme pin. And this is a Living with the Land pin, which I probably should move over to my other board, on my attractions board, which we'll get into in a second. Alright, now moving down here to the final board on this wall. So this board here at the bottom is lots of pin sets, you'll see. I do have a little bit of an orange bird collection in holidays. So I have Christmas at the bottom, a few Halloween, Easter, Happy New Year, and then a Haunted Mansion sprinkled in as well. So we'll start up here to the top left. These are mystery collections, completed mystery collections. The new Fantasyland set. These have been on my board for a few years now. Yeah, lots of different collections completed there. Hidden Mickey sets. I was super happy to complete the Paint the Night collection from Disneyland that came out a few years ago. Got some Mickey Mouse birthday pins there. These are just kind of overflow from the board at the top. They really should go up top with my Mickey Mouse pins, but didn't have enough room. These are the Disney Visa pins. I think I'm missing one in this set, I'm not sure. These are the license plate Hidden Mickey pins. Those are pretty cool for Florida. This right here is a collection from Shop Disney back in the day. This right here is actually my very first pin that I bought online. Love that one. This is a Purchase with Purchase collection. Some Epcot pins, Magic Band pins. Moving down here, we have my Haunted Mansion collection. This is the complete mystery set, another complete set. This bride pin here is amazing. That was from a pin event. I got this one this year as well. These guys swivel on here, the hitchhiking ghosts. This bride here is pretty amazing as well. And Master Gracie over here. This right here is the Spectro Magic Collection piece of history. This is the first set. Then they end up doing another set, which I stopped collecting then. Here are the pass holder pins. I'm not even sure what years these are. Moving up here to the top is my Orange Bird collection, which another side collection I absolutely love. Added a few new ones this year. This one here from the pin event. This one from the Halloween party. I think that's all that I added new this year. I do have a couple, I guess call them fantasy pins in here. This PinCon World. This Swap Till You Drop one from Central Jersey event. And this Lacoste pin. These two Acme pins were released at a previous Disney Pins blog event, so I have those on there. And then we get down into all of my Christmas pins. Have a couple Thanksgiving ones here as well. And yeah, there's a lot going on this board, guys. So many pins. Here are all of my Very Merry pins that events that I've attended to in the past. Just added this one on for this year, the Peter Pan one. Love that pin. See, I didn't know this. You know, I have two collections here. I collect Christmas pins and Peter Pan. Didn't know where to put them, so threw it down in the Christmas collection instead of the Peter Pan collection. I love these gingerbread pins. I think it was released last year. These are the Disney Store pins from last year as well. Then also added this Boardwalk pin. That's another one. I didn't know if I should include it up with my resorts or throw it down here with the Christmas pins. I do have a lot of overlay in some of my collections. Okay, so those are the 3 boards we just went over. Lots of pins there. I know someone's probably going to ask me how many pins I have in my collection. I really don't know. I stopped counting a few years ago. I think I lost track around 1,000 pins. Let's move over here to these 4 boards. Okay, we'll start off here in the bottom right-hand corner. So a lot of these pins on this board are from Disney events or festivals. So we're going to start off here from the 13 Reflections of Evil event. This is the very first pin event I attended in 2013 at Walt Disney World. And these are the exclusive pin releases for it. Lots of awesome ones there. Moving down here was the next year's event, Imagination Gala. That was one of my favorite pin events I think I've ever attended. Love that one. Lots of Figment pins. And this mystery collection was released in 2014 as well. And then we came down to Generation D event, which they had a countdown for every month up until the event. This pin right here was a surprise release at the previous event, and then you could count down to next year's event. I loved when they did that. It was really cool. Here are some exit gifts and welcome gifts, I think, from that event. Back when they did the breakfast for the pin events, those are the pins you got there. Love this super jumbo Walt Disney pin. Up here is kind of like my flower and garden and food and wine collection. Lots of different ones mixed in from festivals I have attended. All of these pins here were from the Destination D Attraction Rewind event in 2014. That was a fun one. These pins up here was from when I attended the 25th anniversary of Disney's Hollywood Studios. That was another fun event. One of my very first jumbo pins I think I got, or super jumbo pins. I still remember opening that up and I was shocked at how amazing and heavy that pin is. It's crazy. Moving over here is the next Disney pin event at Walt Disney World. The Pixar Celebration event for 30 years of Pixar. These were all hinge pins. You could open up to reveal a different movie or character on the inside. Those again were countdowns up until the event. I think this was the final breakfast they ever did with Ratatouille there. That was the welcome gift for it. And then I forget what that, I think that was the logo for the event. Some mysteries from that event. That was another fun one, the Pixar event. Liked that a lot because this pin was released. The one and only pin that features Gerald. I wish Disney would create more pins with Gerald on them, but that is the only one ever created. I do have a couple other pins sprinkled through here, like this big food and wine pin. This super jumbo Pixar pin was released at that event as well, the 30th. That is one of my largest pins I own. I think that might be the largest. This right here is a Pixar Fest pin. I do have a couple of Disneyland pins down here as well. More Epcot food and wine. Down here at the bottom are both of the Disney pin quests at Walt Disney World. So this is the first one they did at Magic Kingdom, and then the latest one for this year at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then just a couple other Disneyland pins and D23 Expo pins there. So that is kind of like my random events board. Now we're going to move up here to my Jasmine and Star Wars and Pandora board. Also a few others sprinkled in as well. Okay, so we'll start with my Jasmine collection. I do have, this started out as a side collection Jasmine, but it's kind of going into almost a main collection now. Lots of nice ones here. I love this WDI gold frame. It's probably one of my favorite Jasmine pins I own. And yeah, just there's lots of sprinkled in here. Open editions, limited editions, some from Disney Studios Store Hollywood. Love this one as well. That was from a D23 event. The D23 Expo. It's a Mickey's of Glendale exclusive. That is a Disney Studios Store Hollywood pin. We have an Epcot cast member pin there. Those are from the film collection. Some some mysteries here. Coming down here, we have some Acme pins. These are LE200s, LE500. That's the rose gold version. I just picked that one up recently. And another Acme LE300. Over here is the Doorways to Disney collection from 2017. Kind of threw that in up here as well. You'll see I kind of ran out of room on some of my boards, so I do have a hidden Mickey collection here. Missing one from this one, but I do have a potential trade set up for that one. The turtle from Alani's thrown in here. Animal Kingdom 20th anniversary, which I should probably move those two to my parks board down there. These are the LE200 Elegant Portrait pins, which I think we're completely sold out of now at DisneyPinsBug.com. We did have a portion of those to release. You do have some random pins here, like the Disney Treasure Funko pins, a Skeleton Dance pin, which I love, High School Musical, the Beats pin that came with my headphones, this Jumbo 2019 pin, which I recently did a review on from Shop Disney. And then we get down into my Pandora collection. I am a Pandora completist, so this is every single Pandora, the World of Avatar pin that have ever been created. The mystery pins here, a couple other open edition pins. This was the poster series, limited editions for opening day, and then the hardest one for me to get was this one right here, because that came with a purse at a D23 Expo. That was a very hard pin to get. And now that leads into my Star Wars collection. I did get rid of some this year because I kind of want to just focus on BB-8. I still do have a few left I might selling here. But here's my BB-8 collection. I like this gold one here, this jumbo. I love these. They're really nice pins. A couple AT-ATs there. This is the, it kind of goes into It's a Small World here. I don't know why, super random. I should probably move those as well. And yeah, just lots of different Star Wars pins here, collections. I do have every single pin that's been created for Star Wars The Galaxy's Edge, the new land coming soon to Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I have a separate video on the YouTube channel of those, where I talk about the complete set for that collection. Here's another 2 Leia pins that were released at previous Disney Pins blog events. And then up here are the Super Jumbo Quarterly pins. I kind of wish Disney still did these. I love these pins, but in 2014 and 2015 they had a exclusive jumbo pin for all 4 parks at Walt Disney World. I wish they still did that because I like those collections. Alright, so that is that board. Now let's move over to another favorite of mine because it's my Tower of Terror collection up here. Absolutely love my Tower of Terror pins. New for this year, Toy Story Land. And then also new for this year, I expanded my Epcot collection. So let's get into this board. Okay, so probably my favorite pin I own is this one right here. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous pin for Hollywood Tower Hotel. Stained glass element. Opens up to reveal Goofy as the bellhop and Mickey Mouse checking in there at the front desk. Beautiful, beautiful pin. Love that one. And now let's just get into all of the other Tower of Terror pins. Like I said before, I'm just going to kind of scan through all of these. There are lots of different ones here. Limited editions, some from Disneyland Paris. A lot from California and in Florida. A few open edition pins sprinkled in, as well as Mickey's at Glendale exclusives like this one right here. That's a WDI pin. Some of these are super rare, like LE 200s. And others are just open editions, so you can still get them today. This one right here is pretty cool. It's Scoop Sanderson next to Tower. This one right here is another favorite of mine. A friend actually gifted that to me one year. It's a piece of history pin, and on the inside is a piece of the cable, the elevator cable for the attraction. Here are some open edition key pins. That Stitch one there, I think it's from Paris. It's cool when they do like a mashup with like Ursula and Mickey Mouse. That's pretty unique. Here's another diorama pin. Opens up. This one here I think is broke because it won't close anymore. It just kind of hangs open there. They use Goofy and Stitch a lot for Tower of Terror, it seems like. These right here are the 2 final pins from whenever it closed out at Disneyland, Disney California Adventure Park. This right here is from a set. These 3 pins here, a Tower of Terror set. Here's some other ones. That right there is a pretty cool one. It's a hinge pin. A few open editions. I love this Pluto one here because it's like a pop out with a rose gold element. Really nice. Couple Disneyland exclusives. This right here is a cast member piece of history pins. That includes a piece of the cast member costume in it. Look at this one here with this little pop out. That is pretty unique. It's like on a little spring there. Here's another new one I got this year. That's a WDI pin. That's from a set. Here's the attraction poster pin. A spinner pin. This is a brand new one that was released this year at Walt Disney World. I love when they still make new Tower of Terror pins. And I think this was another one I just added to the collection this year as well. Goofy as bellhop. So that's my Tower of Terror collection. Now let's move down to Toy Story Land. Okay, so I'm almost a Toy Story Land completist. I am missing one. It was a cast member exclusive. I'm still on the hunt for it. It's not appearing on eBay or anything. It was just given to a select few opening team cast members. So very, very hard to find. But this is everything I have. Right here are the WDI pins featuring Wheezy and Little Green Man and Little Alien there. These are the ones that released on opening day there. It says I was there. And then a few open editions. That's the complete mystery collection from Hollywood Studios. This one right here was released at Disney Movie Rewards. I think I end up Paying a little more for it though because I bought it on eBay. And then down here are all of the pins that were released at Box Lunch. So I just bought all of those on boxlunch.com. And then over here, totally random, I didn't know where to put this pin. I absolutely love it though. I did a review on this recently. That's the Ariel pin from Acme. Brand new Disney pin there. I just didn't know where to put it, so I threw it in there. So this over here now is my Epcot / Spaceship Earth collection. Here are a few of the Festival of the Arts pins. Some more food and wine pins. You can see I do have a little overlay from this board and that one down there. Just kind of running out of room here. That's the mystery pin collection this year from the Food and Wine Festival. And then just lots of Spaceship Earth pins and Figment pins. Some of these are anniversaries from the 35th. That's a exclusive from D23 Expo. That's an older Epcot pin. This record player pin that was, I think, released earlier this year or late last year, I forget. Those are all of my Epcot pins. Love those. Now we'll move down to my attractions board. This is my newest board that I added to the wall this year. Since I do collect lots of attractions, that's why I kind of wanted to move some and have their own specific board. So yeah, let's just start up here at the top. I have the Disney Pins blog pins there, every single one that's been released. So our very first one, our second one, the coconut one, our Celebrating 5 whenever we introduced Renzo, and then our latest one, which is the glitter pin with the new logo. Coming down here is the Great Movie Ride pins from Walt Disney World. I got this Muppet Vision one, just recently released, Splash Mountain. A couple Soarin' pins, Maelstrom, which I absolutely loved at Epcot. Up at the top is a pin of every park I've ever visited. So Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon, Disneyland, Disney California Adventure. Have a couple Trader Sam's pins there, Old Disney Pin Quest pin, Disney Springs, Downtown Disney Piece of History. You'll see Little Mermaid attraction, Big Thunder Mountain, the Piece of History pin for the Sorcerer Hat at Hollywood Studios, a couple Main Street Electrical Parade pins, which I love. Up here is my Enchanted Tiki Room collection. Got this random Small World pin there that I recently opened up. And then over here is my Carousel Progress collection, which I would like to focus more on as well and add to. I also threw in these Tomorrowland pins. They probably shouldn't go there, but whatever. And yeah, I love those. This is a new one I add this year, that poster pin. Love my Carousel Progress pins. Down here is the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway collection. I do want to collect all those pins. So far, I'm doing well. I have every one that was released, just these 4 here. At the recent D23 Destination D event, that's where those were released. And then over here, like I said, are my Disneyland pins. I do have some of the Disneyland 60th pins that I got. And yeah, a couple other attractions there. Okay, so those are the 4 boards we just went through. Now I'm going to show you a look at my frame sets. Starting over here, I have this 3 Caballeros pin. That is an AP version, which is artist proof for Cinco de Mayo. That is from Mickey's of Glendale. And then down here is a Disney Parks exclusive for Aladdin. It features Jasmine and Aladdin on the flying carpet. That is a really nice size pin too. It's a big pin. So those are 2 frames there. I also have this one here that I just added this year for Walt Disney's Animation Celebration pin event. I love this collection. It features 5 different pins. Old school characters like Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Donald, and Goofy, all in their old style. I love that with Walt there drawing. This is super dusty, but I also have this collection. It's a limited edition 200 featuring all of the Disney castles. I'm just been leaving this in the box kind of underneath my bed. I love this collection. I probably should get it framed, but for now it's just going to stay in a safe spot. I also have the complete collection for the Disney Store 30th anniversary pins. You guys probably remember these, or you might even have them yourself. This was last year they released these. I have separate videos on every single one of them on the YouTube channel already. But yeah, Had that whole set as well. I'm sure you guys know about this as well. My Mickey Mouse Memories pins for this year. A new one was released every single month for Mickey's 90th birthday. Mickey throughout the years. I have that entire collection too. I also have a few more collectible Acme pins. These were released at Disney Pins blog events. Here they are. We have Dragon's Gate and then the 3 Star Wars pins. Here are other few random pins I have as well, which I haven't had a chance to display properly yet. This is the Disneyland lamp pin, which I've done a separate video on the YouTube channel. It has an LED light in it. Super awesome. Here are the fig pins for the Disney characters. I did a separate video on these as well. Another fig pin for Mickey's 90th anniversary. This Mary Poppins Returns pin from Disney Store, and the Nutcracker in the Four Realms pin set from Disney Store as well. Alright, so that's everything. All of my Disney pins. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed my entire Disney pin collection video for 2018. Thank you for watching. See ya.